You're a monster, and rather than coming in to destroy a city, humanity has enlisted your help along with other monsters. They send you to an island for there's an even bigger threat in the form of a titan-like boss who is using their minions to ward off threats as they try to build pylons that will open an interdimensional portal, and that won't be good for anyone. This is King of Monster Island, a new cooperative game based on King of Tokyo, which was designed by Richard Garfield and published by Yellow, who helped sponsor this video. Hi everybody, my name is Nick Murphy of the Bros Murph, and we are here with Board Game Geek. Well, I've just arrived to the island and there are some minions to take out, so let's get this game down to the table to go a little more focus on King of Monster Island. In King of Monster Island, players will be working together as giant monsters, rolling dice to deal out damage, gain fame, and make use of the support of the humans as you try to defeat the boss before they open an interdimensional portal. On a turn, the active player will first activate the boss. The boss will drop their dice into the volcano, which will spread them out to the various zones of the island. The boss will then move to their current zone or an adjacent zone based on which zone has the most dice and/or minions. The zone with the boss then activates all dice and minions. Soldiers do damage to each monster in their zone, and cannons do damage to monsters in all zones. Shield minions don't activate, but they protect other minions during the player's dice rolling phase. Builders will add a crystal to that zone. If a zone ever gains 3 crystals, they are removed from the board and a pylon is placed in one of the support spaces of that zone. If 3 pylons are ever built, the portal is complete and all players lose. Next, the boss activates any dice in their zone. These dice allow the boss to build additional crystals, add more minions to the board, and gain fame. As the boss gains fame, they unlock more and more abilities, making them more powerful. Once the boss has finished activating, the active player takes their turn. The active player rolls 6 dice. After each roll, they can set aside any amount of dice and roll again, up to 3 times. You can choose to stop rolling at any time and then make use of the dice faces rolled. Claws deal 2 damage and foot symbols deal 1 damage to minions or the boss in the same zone as the monster. Foot symbols also allow your monster to move to an adjacent zone. When dealing damage, the shield minion must be defeated before any other minions can be defeated, and all minions in a zone must be defeated before the boss may be hit. Minions must be hit for their full health amount at one time, however the boss can have damage dealt over time. When minions are defeated, they are removed from the board and placed back in their bag. When a boss is damaged, reduce their health by the amount of damage dealt. If a boss is ever reduced to 0 health, all players win. If a monster rolls a heart symbol, they may heal themselves or another monster in their zone 1 health. When gaining energy, they use all dice showing a lightning bolt and gain energy based on the amount of dice they use. For example, 3 lightning symbols gains that player 6 energy cubes. The star symbol allows the active player to gain fame. They can also steal fame from the boss by removing a red die in their zone to gain 1 extra fame. When at least 1 fame is gained, that player immediately gains an ally which provides extra benefits as that player gains more and more fame. If a player rolls 3 or 4 wrenches, they can place a supporter in that zone which can be used immediately or later to provide extra die faces or other effects before being flipped face down. Using a support token is a free action and they can be recharged on future turns to be used again. If a player has a die they don't wish to use, they can lock it and leave it in that zone for another player to use at a different time. At any time, these dice can be unlocked and used without changing their die face. Players will take turns going clockwise around the table trying to survive the boss, but they lose if a minion ever has to be drawn from the bag and it's empty, until a monster loses all of their health or 3 pylons are built. But if they can reduce the boss's health to 0 before this, all players win. King of Monster Island takes on the familiar feeling of rolling dice from King of Tokyo and gives players a common goal as they now have a bigger foe to face down. And the only way to do that successfully is to work together and to roll for all they're worth. And if King of Monster Island looks like a game you'd enjoy, make sure to check out its page on Board Game Geek. And until next time, I'm Nick Murphy, we've been here with Board Game Geek, and we've been going in focus on King of Monster Island. Have a great day.